Welcome to video 4. Here we're going to show you your agency contracts and how to submit a purchase on a listing. Because in the first form or the previous form, we submitted a buyer agency and we went straight from buyer agency to the purchase contract because a lot of times that's the way it happens. So, but on this situation where we actually are going to now submit a purchase contract on a listing we had, so that meant when we submitted under new agency, so all your agency, so when you submit new agency, all your agency files land here. So when you click on agency contracts, this will show you a list of your current agency contracts. So you can actually update that. So if you need to edit the file, let's say your listing price has changed, right? So you do that. So and things like that. So anyway, so you can update the file or you can submit a purchase. So here's the buyer agency and that already has a purchase, so we don't need to submit that there. So now we submit the purchase. So we go to our agency contracts. We find the listing. That was Larry listing, and then his property at 123 Main Street. List date was on that date, expiration there. So now we're going to submit purchase contract. So this is how once you have the listing, you submit a purchase contract. We'll click on submit purchase contract. The same form appears that when we did the buyer agency and we clicked at the bottom submit purchase, we checked yes, and then it took you to this form. So this is the same thing we're doing, except for we're doing it at a later date rather than doing it simultaneously. So now all that information is filled in about the listing. So you have all the, the agent, all that information there, and then the sales price. So we have the list price. Let's say it sold for $325. 1, 2, 3. Put in the seller concession, say $3,000, and then if we MOS number for some reason didn't carry, I'll fix that. So the contract date, let's say we went under contract today. The settlement deadline is going to be May 18th. Amount of earnest money, we're the seller, so normally we're not going to be holding the earnest money. So let's say $2,500, and we say, is the earnest money at Aubrey and Associates? No. Okay, where is it? Broker or title company holding earnest money? Let's just say it's going to be at the buyer brokerage, which is going to be Acme Real Estate. So we're going to say Acme Real Estate is the name of the brokerage holding the earnest money. Is there a co-broker? Yes, there's a buyer agency, and that's Acme. So that should be the same, Acme Real Estate. John Acme would be the buyer's agent. So we just fill in that information. Any comments you want to make to the company, you would leave right here. And that's it. So that's how you report a purchase contract. It's just that simple. You log in, you fill in the information, you're reporting the information to the company. This is not submitting a file. The file is stored, again, as I've said in every video, the files are stored in a Google Drive folder that has been shared with you during the contract. When the contract closes out, when the file's closing, whether it be a failed contract or a successful contract that closes, then you actually submit, and we'll show you where that happens in the next videos. So for now, this is what it takes to just submit the purchase of a listing contract. So that's it. Then you come down here. You don't check any of these because you should not be entering a purchase and a closing all at the same time. So now we're just going to hit submit. You've submitted the purchase. So as that'll submit, and you'll see the information. You should have received an email, and then there's all the information right there. So that's where that's at. So remember, there's a lot of information in here because this form is called contract to close. Right now it's just a purchase contract, but where the information is residing, you submitted the form purchase contract, but the data resides in a repository called contract to close. That's why you have information down here that is that haven't been tabulated yet or entered. That's future parts of the field. So that's it for now. I'll see you on the next video.